How the heck did Helen Keller learn English? I might be a little late to the party on this one, but I remember somewhat recently there was a trend of Helen Keller deniers. People just not believing that a blind and deaf woman could learn English. And I'm all for being skeptical, but I think people are underestimating how flexible the brain is and also misunderstanding how language acquisition works. Helen Keller's teacher, Anne Sullivan, first taught her words by handing her objects, letting her get a feel for them, and then finger spelling them onto her hand. American Sign Language has hand shapes for each letter, so Helen would feel these hand shapes while feeling the object. Helen wrote about this later in her life, and she said that it took a little bit, but eventually she realized that the hand shapes weren't just patterns associated with the objects, but they actually represented them. So she said one day she had her hand in running water, and then her teacher spelled out the word water on her hand, and she realized that this isn't just something that happens when you put your hand in water. It means water. And that's kind of crazy, but like, is it? This kind of thing happens at some point in everybody's language development, regardless of how they're learning. Like at some point when you were a baby, you learned that ball isn't just a sound that comes out of people's mouths when you have a spherical toy in your hand. Your brain made the linguistic jump to realize that no, ball means this regardless of whether this is here or not. The difference was Helen learned this at about the age of 6 or 7 because her language development was a little delayed. Hence why she remembers that feeling, but you probably don't. And from there, she was able to start proactively using this finger spelling to communicate and then associating it with Braille and stuff. And just like with everybody, that little jump of understanding symbols as separate from the things that they represent opened up a whole new world of linguistic knowledge. Also, if you still don't believe me, there's literally deafblind people today who have learned English in similar ways. For instance, there's Noah, a blind deaf student at Perkins School for the Blind who's able to type and read Braille with a Braille keyboard. So don't underestimate people.